And so thank you. So we have Yazlen and Sarah from the Financial Wellness Program joining us today at the Community Roundtable. And they're going to briefly share with us partially what the Financial Wellness Program is, the services available, and share with us their thoughts and insights. So thank you, ladies, for being with us today.
Thank you, Jean. Thank you so much for having us. I'm Sarah Potter-Gittelson. I'm the Program Director of Financial Wellness. I've been with the program since its inception in 2015, and it has been really great to see how the program has just grown tremendously because students are requesting our support and requesting these services. Our overall goals and mission is to support students in confidently navigating their finances and their financial well-being. And we cover topics such as budgeting, credit, student loans, the UC Dream Loan, investing, retirement, how to buy your first car, how to buy maybe your first home one day. We're really here to help you with the life skills around money and finances. And we also understand that in having these conversations, it's really, really important to also acknowledge our identities and where we come from and how that has impacted our relationship to money and the way that we approach these conversations. And so that's something that our program really, really believes in. And I'll let Yazlen introduce themselves, and then I will do a screen share of our website and our social media services.
Hi, Trisha. So my name is Yazlen Alonso. I'm the Administrative Consultant for Financial Wellness Program. This is my second year with the program. I began as a graduate intern and then got promoted to this position. And two things that I lead the initiative is in hosting on docu-friendly coaching hours. So that's a collaboration with USP. Those are on Thursdays from 1 to 4 this quarter. And then I also collaborate with the Dashu Center to host international coaching sessions. And those are from Mondays 1 to 3. We recognize that international students might be on different time zones. So if that hour doesn't work for them, then we just ask that when they fill out the intake form, they put the times, and then for the most part, we're able to accommodate their time. So I've met with students at like 6 p.m. on my end, 7 p.m. Really, it's trying to do our best to provide them that holistic financial support and providing them the resources that will help them on as they navigate their journey as a student at UCLA.
Awesome. And we're real lucky to have Yazlen, and she's so passionate about the work she does. And we're really, really fortunate to have her on board. And then Trisha, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And I'm going to show you our website. So this is our financial wellness website. Up here, you'll see the URL is financialwellness.ucla.edu. When you log on to our website, we offer 3 main resources to all students. The first, you may have seen this, is an online education module. So for all incoming students, they get a letter from our program letting them know that they have to take this online education course. And it dives into a lot of financial basics, like opening a credit card, budgeting tips, credit tips. And so this is a resource that all incoming undergraduate students receive. And then in addition to this, we have one for graduate students and continuing students who want to dive in a little deeper into financial topics. And we go into things like, how do you start a retirement fund? How do you begin investing? For our parenting students, there's a whole section on how to talk to your kids about money and have those conversations, which has been really cool to kind of dive into and check. So you can see there's one on financial caregiving, which I know a lot of us are somewhat experiencing right now, especially during COVID-19, how to help our families with their finances and everything that they're experiencing while also taking care of our own. So there's a whole section on that one as well. And again, all these are located on our website. So let me go back to our original website for a second here and show you some of our other resources. So another huge resource that we offer students, and we've actually seen a huge uptick in these requests since COVID-19 happened, would be our one-on-one financial coaching sessions. This is something I recommend to every student at UCLA, whether you're an undergraduate student, graduate student, professional school student. You click on this button on our website, you fill out your name, your email, you give us a brief message of what you want to talk about. So whether it's, hey, like I want more understanding about what happens when I take out the California Dream Loan and how to repay that, or maybe it's, hey, I have $5,000 on a credit card that I need to pay off. Like, how can I talk to someone about this to create the best plan? Or, hey, I'm feeling really stressed about money and I kind of have a budget, but not really. And I really want to have a plan that helps me feel more empowered about where I'm at financially and who can I talk to about that. We're here for you. You'll see that you can click on, if you're an undergraduate, all the different hours during the week and days that we have coaching sessions. And you'll see that there's specific populations and topics. So we have some just for transfer students, just for first gen students, just for undocumented AB 540 students, international students. And then we've also seen a huge uptick in people who want to know what investing is, how to start. So we created these specialized Friday investing hours for students as well. And that has happened since COVID-19. Graduate students fill out their times here. And then you click here, you fill out an intake form that really allows us to get a clearer understanding of what your financial goals are, what you're currently experiencing related to finances, what types of financial aid do you qualify for, not qualify for. And then within 1 to 2 business days, you're paired with a coach that you meet with one-on-one over Zoom, and you talk about some of these things that come up for you, and we help guide you and make an action plan. And then third is that our program offers workshops. So even virtually, we host about 3 to 5 workshops per week. And so if you're part of a club, organization, department who could really benefit from some of these workshops, you go to our website, you click workshops. You can go here and see the menu of different options we have. So we have a menu here and a description of what's inside each presentation. And then you go ahead and you can request on our workshop form which one you'd like. Give us a little brief description. Hey, I'd like you to come by February 27th at noon to present for 15 of our maybe ideas board members or what have you. And then we'll get your request. We assign workshops every Wednesday. And then you'll have a set of 1 to 2 of our team members presenting for your club, organization, or team. And then lastly, before I hand it over to Yazlen, our Instagram is popping. We have over doubled our amount of followers since spring 2020. We post every day different financial topics, different reminders. Every Friday, we have a money story share out on Instagram where one of our team members will share their money story and share what they spend in the day, how they navigate their finances. So that happens every week. We also have investing live sessions every Friday to go over investing facts. If that's something that interests you, we have little blurbs about each of our team members. And so that is something that we, that is something that we have on there as well. And so I'll go ahead and let Yazlen talk about our IG Lives for our Undocu coaching hours and our awesome financial healing spaces for the Undocu community as well that Yazlen's heading up.
Yeah, so this quarter we have a really great palette of programs for the undocumented AB 540 students. So last quarter, we saw a decrease in students coming out to these virtual sessions. And so what we're going to try out this quarter is we're going to do these Instagram Lives. They're going to be on Wednesdays, and the first one is today from 3 to 3:15. We decided 15 minutes because that's like a nice sweet spot. We understand students are busy. And so what this Instagram Live today will be about is introducing the peer coaches who are working with undocumented AB 540 students. We're going to share who we are, our title, and then we'll share the resources. And then towards the end, we'll be answering questions that any students might have. And then we also will be having healing spaces this quarter. So there's going to be two. The first one will be next Thursday from 1 to 2. And the next one will be week 9, same time. I think it's March 4th from 1 to 2. And so the purpose of these healing spaces is we really want students to have a sense of community, and really it's more of a discussion base. So we're going to have them bring their lunch, discuss like what the relationship is to money and how COVID really has affected their finances and their family. And hopefully through these conversations, we could get a sense of like what kinds of workshops they want to see in the future. So we're really excited, and we're hoping students will come out. We have questions planned out in case it's not anybody wants to talk, but it should be a good event. And so this is our flyer as well that Sarah was showing.
Yeah, and will you be able to share that flyer with us so that we can put it out through our channels too? Because I think that's a really important conversation to have to expand what we're doing, but to invite more people into this because it's critical. It's a really primary need right now. So thank you for that. I think that's a really, when we think of finances, we don't always think about it being a healing conversation because it's such an enormous stressor, but how to really feel more confident in that and to share those in a space where people are knowledgeable about financial wellness. Important, yeah.
Yes, I'll make sure to send that flyer to you, Jean.
Excellent. And you, I think we are following you on Instagram, so we'll try to just share that out too, that get there at you said 3 o'clock today?
Yes, today will be from 3 to 3:15.
Perfect. Excellent. Excellent. Great. And
So
go ahead.
I was just going to say, so we'd love to open up the space. You know, if you all have any questions about our resources, what we have to support you all in your own financial journeys right now. I know that this pandemic is really hitting us all in very different ways. We're seeing, you know, not only us struggle ourselves, but a lot of our family members, our close friends, and financial struggles are a huge, huge part of that. And so if you all have any questions that we can support you with, we are here and present and ready to share anything that we can to talk through some of those financial stressors that are going on.
Yeah, and I was also invite you, because I know at least one person's having lunch. If you want to type your question into chat, then we can respond, because it's being mindful of those kinds of restrictions. So I'm trying to think if I have any questions. I just think the one-on-one counseling is exceptional, and I'm really intrigued by the healing spaces. Is this new this quarter? Is this something?
Yes, it is.
Excellent, excellent. I think that's really, again, an extraordinarily good way to reach out and just open the conversation so it demystifies and destigmatizes these concerns that we're having. So thank you for that. Questions, ladies? Participants? I'm trying to be more inclusive in my language too.
Yeah, and I think we were sharing this a little bit before the participants jumped in, but one of the things that we've noticed is that for our one-on-one sessions, the financial wellness program has received, you know, generally 4 times the amount of requests since spring 2020 for these one-on-one sessions. So it definitely shows that this is something that students are needing and wanting, especially right now. But one thing we did notice that Yazlen is noticing as well with her initiative is that specifically with AB 540 and undocumented students, we're seeing a lot less show up for the one-on-one sessions. And so we think that could be very telling to all the different difficulties that are going on right now, and all the different responsibilities that could be pulling at you. And so that's something that we really wanted to kind of address with these financial healing spaces, to provide an opportunity just to kind of be in solidarity with other people, and talk about what's going on financially, you know, in the midst of our health crisis, and have support with one another and with our program.
I just thought of another question that did come up in one of our previous roundtables around taxes, and getting assistance with that. Now, I know it's not from Financial Wellness that you would do that, but I know there's a volunteer income tax assistance at UCLA, and that's open for students from all perspectives, right? Is it also open to like staff? That was. Okay.
Yeah, so students and staff can file their taxes through the Volunteer Income Tax Association for free, and they are taking virtual appointments. So if you go on their website, I'm wondering, Yazlen, if you could plop in the VITA website to the chat box. The website allows you to make an appointment and schedule a one-on-one with a certified tax specialist. And then if you are someone who maybe doesn't need an appointment, but you just have a general tax question that they could answer, you can email them at, I believe it's vitaucla@gmail.com, and ask any tax question that you might have. And they're pretty responsive. Like, I would say within 1 to 2 days, you'll get feedback. We know taxes can be pretty confusing.
Yeah. Understatement. Yeah, great.
And we do have another tax education workshop coming up with VITA. That'll be on February 22nd at 6:30 p.m. But that is specifically for international students, because the tax filing process for international students looks a little differently. We did have a domestic student tax filing workshop, and we received over 300 RSVPs, and a little under 200 students showed up live. Wow. And so we can definitely see that taxes are a big source of concern for students. And we wish we could answer all the tax questions, but you know, we have to follow procedures and make sure that the certified specialists give the correct information.
Yeah, that's how I feel about it. It's like, yeah, I know there's the VITA. That's what I like, but that's the best I can do is call them, because I don't want to get into this mess. I have enough trouble on my own. So yeah. Yeah. And it is to know where your strength is. It's more about resourcing people. Is there any, because I'm again mindful of time and your energies, any specific pointers or tips you would give to the community to just being mindful in this time of financial unease, things to keep in mind to stay more centered and not panicking?
Yeah, great question. Yazlen, do you want me to jump in, or do you have any tips to go first?
You can go first.
Okay. I would say the first thing to note is, if you're experiencing financial stress or financial strain, anxiety, uncertainty, is to make sure you're reaching out to UCLA to find support. UCLA has a lot of different services that can help you and support you along your journey. You have the Financial Wellness Program, you have the Economic Crisis Response Team. Basic Needs has an amazing document on their website that covers all the different financial resources, both at UCLA and in our surrounding communities. So I would take a look at that document. Don't feel like you have to go through this struggle or this strain by yourself. Financial uncertainty can really impact our health, our well-being. And so reach out to us, you know, don't feel like you have to take it all on by yourselves. I know that's a huge kind of trait that us first generation college students can have, is we just want to figure it out ourselves. We don't want to bother anyone. And that's something we've kind of had to like just face and live through, but reach out for support, because there are resources and people here to help you along the journey. Yazlen, do you have anything else to share?
I don't have anything else. I echo what Sarah says. I would also just say to have compassion with yourself. We're all going through this financial crisis. COVID really changed everything. And yeah, like Sarah said, don't feel like you have to do this by yourself. Reach out for support, because Yazlen does have some really great resources.
Excellent.